So this is our last morning here in Huntsville, and we are at Maple Hill Cemetery, which started out as just a 2-acre area, and now it covers hundreds of acres, I believe. It's huge. So apparently Maria Howard Weeden from the Weeden House that we toured yesterday is buried here somewhere. So we're going to try to find where she's buried based on these block numbers. So we'll see if we're successful or not. This is a huge place. So apparently it's block 13, row 16, where she's buried. So we're trying to find that block right now. I'm just looking at some of these cool headstones. Cool old trees. Oh, this lady's stressed. So we found this plaque. So the cemetery was established in 1818, Maple Hill Cemetery. And they have buried here men who served in the major wars of our nation, public servants and citizens whose good works may have been known only to God. We're getting close to Maria Howard Weeden's grave. So apparently there are several governors of Alabama buried here. So here's one of them. David Peter Lewis, 24th governor of Alabama from 1872 to 1874. David, so this is him right here. So we found this that says Burritt on it, which we were at Burritt on the Mountain yesterday, and I think his name was John Burritt. Built that mansion up there. So we're not sure if this could be him. See anything? A little bit creepy. So after walking around here for like, feels like forever, I think it's only been like 15-20 minutes, we finally found Maria Howard Weeden's gravesite, and she went by Howard. So here's her grave. Thought she would have a bigger gravestone, but it's a little bit larger than normal, but not what we were expecting. So in memoriam, Howard Weeden died 1905. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. So we were driving back from Huntsville and just randomly saw a sign on the side of the road and decided to be spontaneous for once and check it out. So we are at Cathedral Caverns State Park, and it just so happened when we got here they were about to start a tour of the caverns. So we're gonna go meet up with everybody and take a tour. So it's a 1.3 mile walking tour of the cave. It'll last 75 to 90 minutes. And this is the part we're loving right now. Temperature in the cave is between 58 and 61 degrees year round. So it'll be nice and cool in there.
You gotta squint.
Oh,
I was looking at you.
from the back.
My boy.
What do you say?
I don't know. Cappuccino. Oh,
So we're headed into the cave. Yeah. Ooh, it's getting nice and cool in here. Feels good.
Alright, hi, my name's Shelby. I'm going to be y'all's tour guide today. Have any of y'all ever been here before?
No.
Alright, well if y'all have any questions, just feel free to ask. You can take as many pictures in here as you would like. You can use flashlights, your phones. Alright, now the cave was discovered back in 1952 by a man named Jacob Gurley. He gave tours all the way to the back of the cave, spelunking wise, up until the year of 1987. That same year he actually went bankrupt and the state bought the cave from him. They shut it down for about 13 years to put all the concrete pathway in and lots, and then reopened the summer of 2000 as a state park, and we've been giving tours every day since then. Now, what brings most people to our cave is not only it is all natural, but that large entrance you just walked through. It's also all natural. It's 128 feet wide, and it stays that wide to the back. So if you're claustrophobic, you won't have to worry. The smallest thing we'll go through is about the size of an average hallway. Everything in here is also made up of limestone rock, which is also a form of sedimentary rock. So everything you guys are going to see today was just layers at the bottom of the ocean a very long time ago.
Oh, that looks cool on film with the flashlight. We are going deeper into the cave system. Whoa, a cage. Ooh, so we're going through a cage bat crossing.
Alright, all these broken rocks you see here is what we call natural breakdown. You'll see it all the way to the end of the cave. Every rock you're going to see in here today has fallen from the ceiling and the walls. Now luckily the days I work, they're not allowed to fall, so I don't got to worry about that. Also, if you look over here to the right side, you'll see this dark layer of rock stayed that same consistent height all the way to the back. That layer is what we call chert nodule. It's fossilized sea sponge. The University of Alabama came in here and ran studies on them and told us they're harder than 2 inches of steel. So we think when Native Americans came into the mouth of the cave, they used these to make tools and arrowheads out of. Wow. Also, you see this formation right here. This is not your stalactite or stalagmite. This is actually what we call drapery. It's formed from when calcite and water tends to flow out of the walls rather than drip from the ceiling. Alright, this puddle of water right here is a reflective man-made pool the state had to put in. It's about 3 foot deep in the middle. There's one natural puddle formed inside the cave, and I'll show that to you once we get further to the back. Okay, so this formation right here is what we call the Goliath, and he is said to be the world's largest stalagmite column. Right now he stands 45 foot tall, he's 40 foot across the middle, and has a circumference base of 243 feet. He is still actively growing. Now what substance there is your calcite, it's shoulder calcium carbonate. On average, it causes our formations to grow around a cubic inch every century. So that's about a fluffy marshmallow every 100 years. Also, if you guys turn to the right behind you, you see your stalactite hangs tied to the ceiling there, as well as your stalagmite behind you over and high, reach the ceiling here. Once those two form together in the middle, you'll make another column just like a Y, as well as one right behind it. Now you also see there's a large separation down this column that matches the same one down the Y, and those are both formed by the same thing, the earthquake of 1812. Here in Alabama, it was a 7.3 on the Richter scale. It made the Mississippi River run backwards for 3 days, and it broke Lake Tennessee. It separated the majority of our formation, so you'll see a lot of cracks throughout the walls.
So this is the J. Gurley Bridge, original developer of the caverns. And that's the bridge down there. That's cool.
Alright, this here is our frozen waterfall. It's not actually frozen, it is still actively growing. Back when Mr. Gurley came in here and found it, there was an active water source that poured out of this back wall. We believe that caused the water flows that formed it and gave it that smooth texture look. Since then, it has dried up. So now we pump water from this river over it, still keeping up the same minerals in the limestone, still keep it active and active. Alright, this formation right here is what we call the flowstone wall. It's 138 feet of continuous formation. It's actually our longest growing one we have. It was made very similar to that frozen waterfall, except there wasn't continuous water pouring over it. There was continuous water drip, so that's what gives it that more rugged look rather than a smooth one. Also, here in the caves, we already have all magnificent cave characters, so I'll show you a few of them. Right up here, you'll see our Indian chief. His eye, his nose, his mouth, his chin, his feathers, his headdress. And every cave has to have a caveman. So if you look to the opposite side, you'll see our caveman and his club.
Oh yeah, weird.
His ear, his eye, his nose, mouth, his beard, his arms. And if you look right below him, you'll see the head of his pet dog right there. Guess what kind of dog that is? That's what we call the Rottweiler.
That's what I'm not.
And if you look right over here, you'll see our crocodile.
Oh yeah. This is the cathedral room.
Do you have any questions or anything? Now we also have weddings in this room. If you want to get married and want to get
Well, that looks like a cowboy. That shadow area. Put like a hat on. I wonder if she's gonna mention that. I'm just too good.
Alright, this cold water here is that natural cold water I was telling you guys about. You never have to fill it up. It stays about 2.5 foot deep all year round. It stays filled from these stalactites. And when it rains outside, these continuously drip. Now, Mr. Gurley started bringing his tours this far back. He also uses coal as a wishing well. He said if you can get your coin on the sledge here, your wish will come true. And we still do that, so if you want to change it there, you can. I know there's $1 up there. I have no idea how it got. Most probable, you got that name because it survived the earthquake that separated Goliath, and it's yet to fall over. Right now, it is still actively growing. It's 27 foot tall. It grows straight up on a 45-degree angle on that bottom rock. It is 3 inches in circumference around the base, 7 inches around the middle, and 4 inches at the top, so it's just about upside down. Alright, even though this is the end of the tour pathway, the cave itself goes on about another mile to the very back. Alright, I've been there quite a few times now, so I'm going to tell you guys how we would do that and what you would see on your way. So you start by jumping over this bar right here. It's a great start. Climb down all these rocks, cross about 4 inches of mud. You'll climb up this hill, take a turn. You'll climb up that hill. See that hole underneath that big slanted rock? You'll climb right through that. Once you get past that, you'll drop down about 6 feet of mud on your back and you'll hit the bottom. Then you'll be in your second stalagmite forest. That triangle is the beginning of it. It's very similar to the cathedral room, except it's twice as large. There's more active formations back there. Now the cathedral room has 2 columns. The second forest has 8. You'll walk in that room for about 10 minutes. You'll approach another flowstone wall. It's about 15 foot tall. It's coated in water and calcite. So right now we have a rope hanging from the top of it. You'll pull yourself up that wall. You'll walk 3 foot, look to your left, and then you'll see a hole about the size of a 5-gallon bucket in the side of the wall. You're going to shimmy 8 foot in that hole without bending your elbows or your knees, and you'll be in a 9 foot tall room. It's called the crystal room, and that is the very last room of the cave. Now it doesn't actually have crystals in it, but it's all active formation, so that white calcite coats everything from ceiling to floor, and our stalactites and mites that far back are so translucent they look like icicles.
Ooh, coffins. Why do you have coffins? Ew. I wonder what's in there. Oh, my lens fogged up because it got warm. I'll wipe this off. There we go. Alright guys, that's the end of the cave tour. Hope you had fun.